Think Different TV, live every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hosted by me, your girl Lashia. Join me as I discuss social topics, spotlight independent artists, and share financial tips. Join the conversation. I want to hear what you have to say. Think Different TV, where minds meet. You're the reason I wake up, the reason I smile. What? You mean to tell me Think Different TV has their own merch website? I just don't believe it. What? They have hoodies, mugs, toddler tees, kid classic pullovers, bucket hats, stainless steel water bottles, woman comfort tees, crew socks, kids premium tees, baby onesies, even a premium cotton t-shirt for men. And what is that? You can use the code EARLYBIRD to get 5% off of your order. And if you have Afterpay, you can split the payments. Oh my gosh, like this is just unbelievable. What colors do we have? Ooh. Fancy. That's nice. Uh-oh, what happens when an award-winning recording artist goes up against a screenwriter on this episode of Think Different TV's Player Pass? Find out by tuning in Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Think Different TV YouTube channel. Imagine a high-stakes trivia game show where contestants face off in intense battles of wit, strategy, and nerve. Every decision matters. You can take a chance on yourself or your competitor with the ultimate goal to come out on top and win the grand prize. It's not just about knowledge, it's about strategy, guts, and the thrill of uncertainty. Our enigmatic host, Bubbles, guides contestants through the ultimate trivia showdown. This is Think Different TV's Player Pass. Are you ready to pop? Catch Think Different TV's Player Pass every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Think Different TV YouTube channel. Enjoying the show? Big fan of trivia game shows? Would you like to be a contestant on TDTV'S Pop? We'd love to have you. Contact us at 267-225-1824 or email Lashia.
My business. Drink water and mind my business. I go drink water and mind my business. Drink water and mind my business.
Hey, you're watching my mommy on Think Different TV's.
I'm coming in hot.
So, how y'all doing, ladies and gents? I'm King George. I'm the owner of TY Productions. I am the curator of BLK31 Magazine. I am here today with another special guest from the community. What I had known this lady to do, I had known her to be a host, one of the premier phenomenal hosts of a game show. And she also created a game show too. And most importantly, I believe the game show would Think Different TV.
So it's Think Different TV, the talk show, and Think Different TV Player Pass, the game show.
Yes. Okay. So Player Pass, the game show, and then you got Think Different TV. So she hosting both things and the curator of both things. So most importantly, can we please give a round of applause for Miss Lashia? Let's go. Absolutely.
Hey, everyone.
Absolutely. Not a problem. Thank you for coming to the platform. Thank you for interviewing with us, and we appreciate you.
Oh,
so
absolutely.
Yes, absolutely. So let's get right into it. I mentioned Think Different TV already, so I want to understand, how did you even come up with the idea of Think Different TV, and what is Think Different TV all about?
Well, first off, I want to thank you, King George, for allowing me to be on your platform, sharing your platform with me, and also allowing me to be part of your magazine, because that's how this whole interaction has begun. And I do not take any of these interviews lightly, because you could be interviewing anyone, but you chose to interview me. So I am very grateful and so happy that you took the time out to say, hey, let's give this young lady a platform to tell about what she does, because I'm usually the one interviewing. So I'm a little bit out of my element right now, because I'm usually the one interviewing everyone. So Think Different TV. We're talking, let's go back to 2021. I was part of a podcast. It didn't work out, but I realized that through that process of being part of that podcast, that I was like, you know what? There's something that I can bring to the table, and I decided to take what I learned from being on the podcast and turn it around and create my own, because I said, you know what? I have some ideas and I would like to present those ideas. And you know what? I just need my own platform, because I felt like I was not able to express myself like I would like to on the podcast. So 2021, I put a plan together. And January of 2022, I made it happen. I said, this is the foundation. I'm going to discuss a social topic, spotlight an independent artist, and share financial tips. And that was my goal for every show, is to do that. Okay. So every show that you see coming out of Think Different TV, that is the primary, that's like the foundation. So I rarely go off the script, because if I go off the script, honey, I'm going to be all over the place. So 2022, 2022, yeah, wow. In January 1st or 2nd or something, or 3rd, one of those, I started the show. It was a Monday, and I was kind of being a little devious with the time that I chose to put it on. I put it on at 9 because that was like rivaling with the other podcast that I was just on. A little pettiness. But it turned out to be a labor of love, and I've been doing it. I'm in my 3rd season now. On March 4th, I did my 100th episode. And then in April, I was like, I'm starting my game show. So I guess you'll ask me about all of that, but that's really how Think Different TV came to be. Discussion of social topic, spotlight independent artists, and sharing financial tips. That's the whole premise of the whole show.
I like that. I like that. I like that. And what do you want, and what do you consider your contribution to the community from Think Different TV?
So with the discussion social topics, sometimes I discuss social topics. We're always bombarded with topics over and over again about celebrities and stuff like that, but no one is really talking about things that affect the community and how we can change the community and how we can be the change we want to see, right? Yeah. So one thing that we have to do is gain knowledge of what is going on around us, and then apply the knowledge to do better things in our community, right? So I'm not a millionaire. I don't have a lot of money, but I do have a lot of knowledge. And my whole thing is just sharing whatever knowledge I could possibly share with the community. And that's why sharing financial tips at the end is so important, because financial literacy is something in our community that we are lacking. And that's why a lot of our Black dollars go elsewhere, because we don't know how to keep our Black dollars in our community, and we don't know how to make our Black dollars work for us. So that's really the foundation of sharing a financial tip too, because I was a financial coach at one point in time. I worked with Primerica, shout out to Primerica, because they shared a lot of information with me that I didn't know. And then my whole thing was like, why don't a lot of people know this stuff. Like, why, if you could just easily find it on the internet, why is no one aware of this stuff? And it's just because people, first of all, people don't want to go and look. They don't want to research. They don't want to research. And then the people that are sharing the information may not be likable.
Yes.
And sometimes it don't be about the message, it be about the messenger. And people just are like, I ain't trying to hear that from that person because I don't like that person. Even though the person could be giving them some really strong facts. And some people that share financial tips can come off a little pushy, a little aggressive in their delivery. And I wanted to make my way of sharing financial tips a little bit more palatable. I said it right the other day. I wanted to make it, it's this P word that I've been struggling with. I wanted to make it a little bit more digestible for the audience to take in. And at first I was just simply saying the financial tips, but then I went on TikTok, and TikTok is, listen, it has a lot of information. You just got to know where to look. And I've been sharing financial tips and making sure that I give credit to those who are doing the video. All right. So I'm not just out here jacking people's stuff and saying that I came up with it. No, I'm not doing that. If I'm showing their video, I'm putting their name right down at the bottom, so y'all know that y'all can go to TikTok and find more information from them. So that's how I contribute to, just to answer your question. That's how I contribute to the community, is sharing information that people wouldn't otherwise look for, or they may know a little bit about it, but they're still like, I don't know. And then you say it on the show, and they're like, first you have all the stuff going on, and then at the end you're like, hey, you want to save money though? I want to save money. Why not?
Absolutely.
You know, you got to give it to them in a way that they can digest it a little bit easier. So that's how I contribute.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Now, I want to know, what's the importance of connections and networking?
Ooh, that's a great question. See, I always say your network is your net worth. It's so important to network with as many people as you possibly can. You never know who can help you, and you never know who you can help. But you never want to go into a networking experience with who can help me, right? You want to say, what value can I bring to someone else? Yes. And then you also want to know what value you need brought to you. Yes. You know, you have to know what you're looking for. Now, I'm not saying just shun the people that can't help you, because that, you never know who that person might know. That person may not be able to help you, but the next person that they know might be able to help you. So don't be up there like, oh, you can't contribute to what I got going on. You don't bring any value to what I got going on. Then that person feels some type of way. Then they're not telling nobody about what you got going on. And then the next person they know might be a millionaire that could have contributed to you. You just messed up your whole thing. So network is your net worth. Make sure you network with as many people as you possibly can via social media, going out to these events that they're having. You know, people outside now. So you want to, when you have an event, you want to get outside. You know, I think you even have an event coming up too. I think that. I need to be in the building for that one.
We got a couple of events coming up. Yeah.
Yeah, little segue into what you got going on, right? This is why I'm good at interviewing and not being an interviewer. The interviewee. I love interviewing people and not being an interviewee, because I know I keep my ear to the ground. I know about certain things that's going on. I've been following you and your mission and what you've been doing, and every episode I've been shouting you out. I don't know if you've seen it, but I've been shouting you out, telling people to go and follow you, support this young brother and what he got going on, because he got so much that he wants to contribute to the community, and he just needs people to want to receive what he is giving. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Listen, we appreciate you so much. No
problem.
To get back on a hosting side, Player Pass. What is Player Pass all about? How did you come up with the brilliant idea of that game? And thank you for having us on one of the episodes of Player Pass.
And your episode did not air just yet. So,
Yes.
you know, we gotta put the button on it. But Think Different TV's Player Pass. So at the end of Think Different TV, to lighten up the mood, shall we say, you know, because sometimes the topics could be a little bit, you know, deep and intense. And so at the end of Think Different TV, I was doing Think Different TV's Jeopardy. And I would just have somebody on and I would say, ask them some questions, and then they had the potential to win some money, you know, and people like winning money, you know, they like doing stuff like that. So I was like, okay, you know, and sometimes people would just come in at that part when we was doing the Jeopardy. Oh, I might got something here. So, but it was taken away from Think Different TV a little bit because I'm like, I want people to tune in for the topics and everything else.
Yes.
So I had to separate it, but I couldn't use Think Different TV Jeopardy as the name of the show because copyright, and I ain't trying to get sued because, like I said, I'm not a millionaire. I ain't got money, so I didn't want to get sued. So what I did was I said I need to create something fresh, new, different that is unlike anything that's out right now. I took a few elements from here, from elements from this show, and I created Think Different TV's Player Pass. So the whole object of the game is to answer trivia questions, right? But the player pass comes in because you're betting on yourself or your competitor. And when you do that, it makes the game a little bit more interesting. So I don't just ask the trivia question straight out. I would give the category of the question and I would ask the competitor who is in control of the board at the time, would he like the player pass, or she like the player pass, or puppet, would the puppet like the player pass? Because I had a puppet on the show. You know, and the thing is that based on their answer, that's how things get a little bit interesting. So if y'all want to check that out, I have Think Different TV YouTube channel. I have a playlist of Think Different TV's Player Pass. I also have a playlist of season 1, 2, and 3 of Think Different TV. And I also have a podcast called In My Opinion with Think Different TV's Lashia. That's a segment that I do on a radio show on Live 97.5 FM in Salisbury, Maryland, but you can also listen to it online. And shout out to my bros Donnie O and Beck at It's Yours Radio because they gave me a chance to shine on their platform. So shout out to them. But yeah, Think Different TV's Player Pass. It's a good time. You win money. If you win money, you get your money. You feel me? And we have fun. The whole thing is about having fun and lightening up the mood because everything is so political and you know, and no one's playing games anymore. No one's having fun anymore. And I wanted to bring that back to, you know, YouTube and to the screen. So that's where it came from.
That's the truth. I love that. I love that because fun is definitely needed in the time that we live in now. I definitely want to get into some deeper questions.
Okay.
Most important.
Are you gonna make me cry?
Oh no, not cry, but most importantly, how do you feel about the rate and the massive murder rate amongst Philly's youth? How do you feel about the gun violence amongst Philly's youth?
Okay, so a while back I participated in the Pray for Philly challenge ran by Arson 215 because I have a son, and so I'm already first of all, I have a son who is autistic as well. So I'm already on guard about my baby and making sure that he is straight. I also have a nephew and I have a niece as well. And this world is just so different from when I came up, but it still has some similar elements, but we're just more exposed to it now than back then. Because we have social media, we have people who are just lacking decorum and just putting their camera all up in somebody's face after they just got, you know, unalived. And I'm like, what is going on with this? it's concerning because, again, I'm raising a young man, and I'm not doing it alone. His father is very much involved, and we both have that fear. We both have that fear of him just being at school, even though I know he's fine, but I still have that fear because it's even they're doing stuff at schools. You know, you could just be walking down the street. A young boy was on a slide out in I forget where it was. It was not in Philly, but he was on a slide, and somebody did a drive-by, and he was hit with a bullet, and he's no longer here with us. You know, it's just a lot going on. I think I've had a show on this, but it was a very brief show because at one point in time, our youth was just out of control. And were they out of control when I was younger? Absolutely, but just in a different way. We used to kind of contain that to the classrooms, but now you have kids out in the streets disrupting traffic, you know, running up in stores, Wawa's getting closed down because they're running in the stores and doing all this crazy stuff. The last time I saw them actually like block traffic up there in like Mansfield Ave in the Mount Airy section, South Philly, you know, raiding different stores. I'm sure y'all heard about Meatball. There's a lot going on in Philly, and what I try to do is I try to do my part as a mother to make sure that my son has all the tools he needs to be equipped in this world. And it don't matter how much you teach a child, sometimes it's how much they retain too. And I'm sure there's some parents out here that's like, I'm doing all I can to raise my child right and do the right thing by them, and they still want to be out in these streets because they want clout or they want to be with their friends. And it's just so many different elements. So I don't know if I answered your question or not, but it is concerning. And it is something that needs to be talked about more often than just when something happens. We need to talk about preventative measures, and we need to talk about parents being more involved in their kids' lives and not just being in their phones and in their devices all the time. And it's like they just let their kids go off and do that. I'm watching my shows right now. I'm watching this right now. You go do what you do or whatever. And they don't pay attention to the kids. They don't take them to parks. They don't play with them. Like interact with your child. You know, when me and my son, this is one thing that I taught myself to do. Whenever I'm traveling with my child, I never have my phone out. I never had my phone out. I put my phone away. Now he got to the age where now he like, Mom, can I play? You got any games on your phone? You got any games on your phone? And I gotta be like, you know, let's wait till we get to our destination. You can play all the games you want, but I like to be aware of what's going on around me, just in case if you got to duck, take cover, and that's sad. But you know, you got to be on your mama got have your head on the swivel all the time. You can't be out in your phone and your device and then be mad when your kid run out in the street. Why you mad at him? Why you mad at him because he ran out in the street? You not watching him. You know, you're supposed to keep a hand on him. And at one point in time, I had to watch my son extra close because he used to be an eloper. He used to run. Yeah. That boy used to run. And I used to be like, oh my gosh, where are you going? Come back. You know, and so yeah, just knowing it's very sad that we live in these type of times, but you can't let that fear stop you from doing what you gotta do out in this world. You gotta just know that it is what it is and do your best to keep yourself and your child safe. Oh my gosh, this is what it's like living on the street. It's just loud music. I don't know if y'all heard that, but it's crazy. That's why I was like, we gotta start this a little bit later because there was some noise going outside. I was like, what's going on? Yeah, so that's all I got to say about that question. I don't know if I answered it or not, but
you definitely answered. Oh, that was a wonderful response. Most importantly, also, what are all the elements? What are all the elements of being a phenomenal host?
Okay. One, you got to be likable. Well, not really, because you remember the girl that was on Weakest Link? She was very like you go to Weakest Link. Goodbye. Like she was really
I
mean,
think so. I
but
think so.
you have to have a personality.
Yes.
You have to know what you're doing. You have to know how to keep the show moving.
Yes.
And I would tell you, just from hosting Player Pass, you never know what people are going to say. So you got to know how to be like, okay, keeping it moving, like, or just do it in a way that doesn't seem like awkward. Because I can tell you, it's been times where I'm just like, I'm a faceless host. So, so people don't see me on the screen. They just see the contestants. But baby, the times I'll be up here like just cackling, I have to mute myself sometimes because they be saying some off the wall stuff. It's a lot of stuff edited from the show.
Yes.
And me, I should keep the rough footage, but I don't, and I should, but I didn't. But I guess going forward, I should, because oh my gosh, you also have to have as far as a host is concerned, I mean that's all that's really just personality. You have to know how to keep the show moving. You have to know your contestants' names.
Yes.
You have to know how to pronounce the names. You have to
Yes.
know how to pronounce the answers to the questions, because there's been some times that I was like, oh, wait a minute, that's not how it's pronounced. But it's fun. You got to learn how to always keep the energy going. You got to always keep the energy up. You got to be like, I know that sometimes people get on and their energy is a little down.
Yes.
So you have to find ways to like make them laugh and bring that energy back up. So you got to be skilled in that too. And listen, this is all a work in progress, honey, because I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I just said I wanted to do a game show, and I was doing a game show. So that's pretty much it.
Absolutely. Do you have any inspirations who are also game show hosts?
So I always go back to so Steve Harvey is a really good host. He's a really good host. He knows how to keep people laughing, keep the show moving. I really like his style of hosting. Who else? Pat Sajak. Now y'all don't be catching the shade that Pat Sajak was throwing out back in the day, but he used to throw out some mad shade. And if y'all really didn't watch it, because I mean, I had a grandmom that used to watch all this stuff, Jeopardy, and then Wheel of Fortune was right after, right after her Numbers. And it's still that same formula. It's like Numbers, Jeopardy, Wheel of Fortune. So I used to watch it with her, and Alex Trebek was my boy, man. It's just that his style, the style of the show was what brought me in, not necessarily his hosting. But if I had to go with like a really magnetic host that had charisma and stuff, like I would go with Steve Harvey, because I think he does a really good job. Like the guy Godfrey said, this dude gonna end up hosting his own funeral. He's such a good host.
Yeah. Absolutely. And Family Feud, that's one of my favorite shows. And to be honest with you, he's one of the top hosts to ever do it. I think he's the best host, to be honest with you, to ever host Family Feud, to be honest with you. Yep. And then probably after that gotta be Jay Leno after that.
Jay Leno?
Jay Leno, he had hosted Family Feud also.
When was this? I don't think you got the right person. I don't remember Jay Leno ever hosting Family Feud.
I believe it was Jay Leno. Family Feud. It's like they had like four different hosts.
They had the two Richards.
Yeah.
They had Louis Anderson.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Steve Harvey. When was Jay Leno ever a host of Family Feud?
I swore it was Jay Leno of host of Family Feud.
It was two Richards. I remember that. I remember the first Richard was the older guy. It was like back in the 60s when they first started, and he was like kissing all the ladies. And I was like, now I look at it, I'm like,
I swear they had Jay Leno on one of the hosts of Family Feud. We gotta answer that.
Maybe he was a guest.
I think so. I'm not for sure though. I think so.
I'm not gonna fight with you because you're probably right. I just remember the two Richards, Louis and Steve.
But Jay Leno was alright too. I just wanted to mention that too. But also there's a lot of phenomenal hosts. Remember, Martin was a phenomenal host for Def Jam.
Yes.
He was
we were just talking about in general, like just hosts. Oh, okay.
Yeah, host, period. Now, as we dive just a little bit more into the interview, I have a few more questions. Before we wrap up, I do got a few more questions. But besides just community, right? Now, as for the community of women, right? What advice do you have for the community of women, right? During the time that you see right now, right? The time that you see that we living in. What advice do you have for the community of women to stay strong and to most importantly have this correct up here?
To have their mind right. That's a very, you trying to get me in trouble. Okay, so here's my thing. Women need to speak up for themselves more. And I know it's people that's like, wait a minute, women are already speaking up for themselves. You know, we got Kamala running for president. Blah, 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 blah. But no, we have let some things slide for way too long, and it's gotten way out of control. We need to rein it back in because it's just been a little bit too chaotic. Yes. We have a lot of things going on right now where we're not even just women, we're cis women. And I don't want to get too deep into that because I do have a whole episode where I talked about that. Okay. But it's just like we're getting pushed. We're getting pushed down, and in Black women, we're getting pushed down. And everybody's like, well, Kamala is not Black, and then like, how is she really standing for Black women if she's not really Black? And then it's so confusing. What we need to do is just know who we are as women, what power we possess as women, and use that power for good. Okay, we need to connect with other women because, like I said earlier, your network is your network. Network with other women, not just in your city, not just in your state, overseas, across the states. Link up with other women. Go to these women empowerment things and get some knowledge and everything like that. They have a lot of these going on. There's one going on in New York soon. And we need to stand firm in and never waver in what we believe, because what happens is that sometimes we get shaken a little bit because we would say we believe in something, and then people are like, you don't believe in that, and they be like, I guess I don't believe in it. Like, you know, like you don't want to, you want to stand firm in what you believe, and you want to, you know, health, take care of yourselves, stay on top of your health. Because your health is your wealth as well. Yes. You know, you keep your mind right, but you also gotta keep your body right too. You have to, and I'm saying all this stuff because it's stuff that I need to do too. I'm not saying it because I'm like this guru or anything like that. I'm like practicing it wholeheartedly myself. It's stuff that I need to do too. It's on my checklist. So on my to-do list, get my body right, get my mind right. You know, stop eating these processed foods. You know, be more in tune with what's going on around me and in tune with my family and with my friends, checking up on people, you know, checking in on our mental health, because a lot of times we get so used to taking care of everybody else and catering to everybody else's needs, we forget to take that one day to just woosah. You know what I'm saying? And we all need that one day out of our week, especially if you're a mom. You need that one day out of the week, maybe two, to just sit back and just relax, take a deep breath in, deep breath out, go get a massage, self-care, you know, take care of yourselves, because there's a lot of us passing away due to, you know, heart health, you know, brain health, cancer, all of these different things. And a lot of it is because we don't sit down and take care of ourselves. And I also had like a health scare earlier last year. And so it got me to the point where I gotta listen to my body more, because I would just push myself to the limit, like push it to the limit. Like I would just, I don't need to take a day off of work. I'm fine. I don't need to. No. If you feel you need to take a day off, take a day off. They will be fine. PTO, prepare to others, because I ain't going to be there. That's what they always say. Use that PTO. Stop saying, oh, I'll take a day off when I get a chance. I got so much work I got to do. Man, it's women that's passing away before their husbands. Yes. And then the husband's like, I don't know what to do. She used to take care of everything. Yeah, and it burnt her out. She used to take care of everything. She used to take care of the bills. She used to make sure that the house was running, that the kids was good and everything like that. And then she ended up passing away. And now the husband's like, I don't really know what to do. And that's another thing. When you find a mate too, find someone who understands the importance of happy wife, happy life. And I'm not saying that the man shouldn't be happy either. I'm saying that the woman, if she is going to be in a position to take care of the children and nurture them properly, she has to be nurtured. You know, she can't pour from an empty cup. And y'all gotta realize y'all can't pour from an empty cup. Y'all gotta make sure your cup is always filled. So self-care is so important. And that's my advice to women. I also have advice for men too, but you asked me about women. So let's just keep it at that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And before we wrap up, I always ask every guest this. Most importantly, what advice do you have for young sisters that's growing up in society right now? What do they need to be successful, to be to have that growth? What do they need to push towards to finalize their dreams? And most importantly, what are the things that they need to do to save themselves, to always be looked at as queens or princesses to men?
So one, have a goal. Have a goal. Know what you want to do. I think some people just walk around aimlessly, not knowing what they really want to do with their lives, and they struggle with finding their purpose.
Yes.
And the thing is that once you find that, you're able to kind of navigate through everything else. So you want to have a goal. You want to have something to aspire to be. And the thing about it is that a lot of people get mad because they're like, oh, these chicks just trying to be Instagrams this and Instagram this. Here's my take on it. At least they have a goal to be something. Now, is it a good goal? Is it a good goal? No. But at least they have a goal to be something. Because a lot of times the people that's telling them they shouldn't do that don't have an alternative to what they're doing.
Yep.
Can you point me in the right direction?
Yeah.
Can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? You feel me? Like, don't just be like, oh well, you shouldn't do that. well, what should I do? Well, I don't know, just not that. Like, like, if, and also read, please read.
Yes.
Read something. Read.
Yes.
If you have a goal, now you gotta find out, how do I achieve that goal? Do
Yes.
everything you can to achieve that goal. It's baby steps. You're not going to achieve it in the first month. You may not achieve it in the first year. You may not achieve it in the first 10 years, but keep on going. Keep on pushing. Don't be sitting up there like, oh, well, my friends told me I'm stupid because I keep going for this goal. You have a goal. They probably sitting up there, don't got no goals, trying to tell you what to do with your life. Don't listen to them fools, because they don't know what they're talking about. You know, if your goal is to be a successful singer, all right, don't let people get in your ear talk about something, you can't do it, this and the third. If you have a goal to be a singer, you go and get vocal lessons. If you ain't got the money to get vocal lessons, get a job so you can get the money to get the vocal lessons. And then you go from there. You know, push yourself daily. Always push yourself. Don't think that, okay, I can go this far, that's it. Always push yourself to do more, more, more. Just a personal story of mine. I started out with the talk show. I didn't know what the heck I was doing. And at first I was like, nobody was watching at first, and I was like, am I really going to keep this thing going? Because nobody really like tuning in like I want them to tune in, and this and the third. And I was getting some self-doubt. Like, maybe I'm doing this and this is stupid. But then after a while, I was like, no. And as they say, when you do something 28 days in a row, it becomes a habit. So what I had to do was I had to get out of my head, and I said, if I can consistently do this for 28 episodes, I can make it the rest of the way. I can keep it going. And, and have I taken some breaks along the way? Yes, I took a whole month off, but I had reruns playing during that month. Don't sleep on my skills. I had some reruns playing so that it was keeping that constant thing going. And then when I came back, I was like, this is my new plan. This is it. And always reinvent yourself. Yes. Rebrand yourself. You know, sometimes now we have a girl that aspires to be an Instagram star or whatever, and she becomes that, and then she starts getting like, I don't want it. But now you see a lot of people on TikTok, what they done start changing over to, they start selling products. They start being like little salespeople. Oh, try this, try that, try that. So you can be successful on Instagram and on TikTok and all these things, and not show your booty and not show your titties. I don't know if I can say that, but you don't have to show all that. You know, you can get on there and be like, look, check this product out. You can make a funny video. It's one lady that she cracks me up, and she be advertising wigs. I love her. You know, it's just like, it's different things you can do and different things you can get into. And it's so many avenues now. There's so many things open to us now. And it's a vast, just type in certain things on Google. You can find a lot of things to do that you don't have to limit yourself. So don't limit yourself is another thing I want to say. Don't limit yourself. Keep on going and make sure you have a goal, stick to it, and don't let people talk you out of what you got going on. Let it be. If it's written, it will be done. Write the vision, make it plain, make it happen.
Yes, let's go. That was heavy. That was heavy. Yes, write the vision and let's go for it. So, most importantly, where can the people find you at?
Oh, they can find me here on IG. I have my first page was Lashia Star, LASHIASTAR. Actually, you can click that little drop box up at the top where it says BLK31 Magazine. When you click on that, you know, it's going to say that Lashia Star is in there. You can just follow me from there. I also have Think Different TV LLC. That's ThinkDifferent TV LLC right here on IG. I also have Think Different TV's Player Pass Game Show. You can find here on IG. That's TDTV'S Game Show. And that's all lowercase, all one word. You can also find me on YouTube. My YouTube channel is just simply Think Different TV. It's not spelled no funky type of way. It's spelled exactly how it sounds. Think Different TV all together. So that's how you can find me. And if you still are unaware on how to find me, just follow me from that Dropbox and DM me, and I'll send you all the information.
Absolutely. That was heavy more than ever. Let's go. Yo, let's give it up for Lashia from Think Different TV. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And make sure that y'all tune in on Monday, because we have another fire episode. Is at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the Think Different TV YouTube channel. You can also tune in to Think Different TV's Player Pass Game Show every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? And then on Sundays, I do, in my opinion, with Think Different TV's Lashia, but I just post that on my page, so just look out for that. And I love what you're doing, King George. Keep doing what you're doing. Give my love to the missus. I know y'all are working hard over there, and we're gonna keep this train going.
Absolutely. And you already know you are invited to the next upcoming event, so just come out.
Absolutely, I'm gonna be there. I don't know what wig I'm gonna wear, but I'm gonna be there. Absolutely. Listen, thank you so much. So each and every week, y'all, please tap in with it. Y'all know who it is, King George, the owner of TY Productions, the curator of Black 31 Magazine. Each and every week, we will have a new up-and-coming guest. It could be your favorite game show host. It could be your favorite poet, your favorite artist. It could be the lady up the street with the lemonade stand. So please tap in each and every week. Peace and blessings. One. Peace.
I'm coming in hot.
Hey guys, Lashia here from Think Different TV, which is every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Shout out to my TDTV fam all over the country. And I have a TDTV exclusive for you concerning my sponsor, Euphoria Water. Euphoria Water is the cleanest, healthiest water in Philly, alkaline with minerals, no chemicals, no additives. It is good and good for you. If you're going to hydrate the right way. Get your Euphoria Water today. You can find Euphoria Water on IG under Euphoria Water. That's UPHORIAWATER. And if you live in the Philadelphia area and want Euphoria Water delivered to your home, contact Captain at 267-707-8279. And why are we in my bathroom? Well, I want to show you my new Euphoria Water shower head. There you go. It's so bright and shiny and beautiful. It took me literally seconds to set up. I just unscrewed my old one and screwed this one on. It has several different settings. You can get the jet setting. You can do the regular shower setting. It is amazing. And also to know that I have the purest water hit my body. It's the greatest feeling. So make sure you make this investment, because I am so happy that I made this investment. Call Captain at 267-707-8279 to put in that order, or you can hit them up on Euphoria Water on IG. I'm telling you, it's the best investment, the best thing I ever did.
Hey, this is your favorite niece, Aaliyah. You're watching Think Different TV, hosted by Lashia, and this is the music video of the week.
Get this party jumping, 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 get this party jumping. We came to get it right. Get this party jumping, get this party jumping, get this party jumping. You know it's on the night.
We get a few racks and I walk through. You ain't getting that paper. Zimbabwe to America, it's my way, thank you, makeup. The little league to the big league. Best believe I'm major. I'm faded, I'm feeling it. Please pass me that hookup. Show to work that twerking it. Clap, you working it. Go on, boy, me see you two steps, you little twisting it. Tonight I'm bobbling. Watch me wind and flex to this. Designer hair to toe, I'm on A1 everything. I keep it early, I said winning cause my flow is silly. I'm from a roaring bang with New York, but was built in Philly. And they was doubting, they was hating, now they on my titty. Nubian queen, y'all know what's up, I keep it truly. I roll with bad boys and chief tontos. No time for fake soldiers like G.I. Joe. See me all icy, I'm about my dough. When you hear that joy rocks, get low.
Get this party jumping, get this party jumping,
Get this party going on.
Get this party jumping,
And now we
get this party jumping, get this party jumping,
this party jumping on.
get this party jumping,
And so we
get this party jumping, get this party jumping.
We came to get it right.
Get this party jumping. Get this party jumping. Get this party jumping.
You know it's on tonight.
Get this party jumping.
We get it.
Get this party jumping, get this party jumping. You can't hang in VIP with a shorty if you ain't fucking. I just ordered Henny, Patron, Ciroc, and Rose. I got girls kissing girls, my bitches be going both ways. I be smoking loud, Gorilla Glue mixed with sour. Leave the club before we fuck, baby girl, jump in the shower. Two bad chicks, no camera, but this a movie, son. They fuck me so good, gave them money to get that booty done. Pull up in the Beamer, now fuck that, get the Benz on. I ain't with that cool shit, don't wanna be in the friend zone. I just wanna hit it and buy you shit. Is you with it? If you like it, I got girls that love to lick it.
Get this party jumping. 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 Get this party jumping.
Get this party jumping on.
Get this party jumping.
And so
Get this party jumping. Get this party jumping.
We came to get it right.
Get this party jumping.
That's how we
Get this party jumping. Get this party jumping.
You know it's on tonight.
Get this party jumping.
We get it. Get this party jumping on. And now we get this party jumping on. And so we came to get it right. That's how we. You know it's on tonight. We get it.
The rich rules over the poor, and the borrower is slave to the lender. What happens to us is we go to school and they give us a free pizza, so we sign up for our first credit card. Can't go to college without a student loan because you can't be a student without a student loan. That's federal law. So we sign up for that, and then we graduate from school, and now we've got the first big boy, big girl job, and we're tired of driving that old hoopty, so we get a car we really can't afford. And then people start saying, oh, you've been married 20 minutes and you haven't bought a house. What's wrong with you? Buy a house, buy a house, buy a house, buy a house, buy a house. And then we have 27-year-old couples who have been out of school 5 years who are now hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, plus their home, come to us, and they say, Dave, can you get me out? We do not borrow money for anything, ever, in any circumstances, ever. Yes, I'm weird. That idea is weird. I am well aware of that. And it is such a hard job to convince people who have been sold by 4 credit card companies $4 billion a year for decade after decade after decade. But see, if you don't have any payments at all, none, think about it, just breathe in. What if you didn't have, even, let's just pay off your house right now in your mind. Everything's gone. And you come in Monday morning, and the boss starts yelling and screaming and cussing at you. You just start walking off. You're like, where are you going? I don't have any payments.
I go drink water and mind my business. Drink water and mind my business. I go drink water and mind my business. Drink water and mind my business.
What? You mean to tell me Think Different TV has their own merch website? I just don't believe it. What? They have hoodies, mugs, toddler tees, kid classic pullovers, bucket hats, stainless steel water bottles, woman comfort tees, crew socks, kids premium tees, baby onesies, even a premium cotton t-shirt for men. And what is that? You can use the code EARLYBIRD to get 5% off of your order. And if you have Afterpay, you can split the payments. Oh my gosh, like this is just unbelievable. What colors do we have? Ooh. Fancy. That's nice. Uh-oh. What happens when an award-winning recording artist goes up against a screenwriter on this episode of Think Different TV's Player Pass? Find out by tuning in Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Think Different TV YouTube channel. Imagine a high-stakes trivia game show where contestants face off in intense battles of wit, strategy, and nerve. Every decision matters. You can take a chance on yourself or your competitor with the ultimate goal to come out on top and win the grand prize. It's not just about knowledge, it's about strategy, guts, and the thrill of uncertainty. Our enigmatic host, Bubbles, guides contestants through the ultimate trivia showdown. This is Think Different TV's Player Pass. Are you ready to pop? Catch Think Different TV's Player Pass every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Think Different TV YouTube channel. Enjoying the show? Big fan of trivia game shows? Would you like to be a contestant on TDTV'S Pop? We'd love to have you. Contact us at 267-225-1824 or email Lashia Star. Think Different TV, live every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hosted by me, your girl Lashia. Join me as I discuss social topics, spotlight independent artists, and share financial tips. Join the conversation. I want to hear what you have to say. Think Different TV, where minds meet.
You're the reason I